hands. So please pay careful attention to me, right? Because I'm going to show you what to do and say, right? So take some 3 drops of water into your right palm and hold it in your right palm. And looking at the water, chant Om Keshavaya Namaha. And sip it. Purify your hand. Put your hands together and please repeat after me. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabhaya Abhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Take more water, 3 drops into your right palm and hold it. Prabhu, you can use your left palm. Now looking at the water, chant Om Narayanaya Namaha. And sip. Purify your hands. And we'll chant again with palms together. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabhaya Abhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Okay, pour some water into your right palm and hold it. Looking at the water, chant Om Madhavaya Namaha. Sip. Purify your hands. And one last time, let's chant Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Katopiva Yasmarer Pundarikaksham Sabhaya Abhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. So now we will request for the devotees accepting first initiation to have their neck beads changed. Please put on the new one first and then take out the old one. You never know what will happen in between that space without neck beads. And then also place on the garlands, your garlands as well. We can have kirtan for a minute or two while this is going on.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama What's happening? I'll speak. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, we welcome everyone, especially our initiates and guests and visitors and relatives, family and friends. It's a very, very, very auspicious day in which the Guru Parampara is being expanded. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that there's no way of increasing the Sankirtan movement without initiation. So we're very, very glad, we're very happy, we're very fortunate, all of us, to be here on this momentous day. Momentous day. Babies have been born. Babies have been born. And in the life of a person, birth is very significant. Very significant. There's birth, there's death. But those things are material. Whereas today marks the most significant day of your spiritual birth. Your spiritual birth. In the Vedic understanding, there's two births. The birth from the mother, from the parents, and the birth from the spiritual master. So today is that most wonderful day. Even more important, of course, there's no question of having the second birth if you don't have the first one. But it's the most important day in everyone's life when they understand and accept that my connection with a pure devotee is the most important thing in my life. All of our spiritual advancement is based on that connection. And that is why we're all so indebted to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada for being the exemplary example of what it means to be a pure servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And a very wonderful purport in the Caitanya Charitamrita to the verse, Acharyam mam vijaniyam nava manyeta kari chit namarcha bhuja suyeta sarva deva maya kuro. That one should not envy the spiritual master, thinking him to be an ordinary person. Krishna says that He's not an ordinary person. He's the sum total of all the demigods. All the demigods. Which means that a person whose life is fully dedicated to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, practically speaking, is better than any demigod. The demigods are extremely pious, elevated personalities, but they have the material desires. Material desires. So this connection today marks the most significant day, practically, in everyone's life. And we have witnesses. Whenever there's a big occasion, then there has to be witnesses. So we will have the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Sri Radha Radhanath, Sri Giriraj Govardhan, Sriman Mahaprabhu, and Lord Caitanya, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, and the Guru Parampara, and all of the Vaishnavas here to witness this wonderful occasion where one dedicates one's life to spiritual performance. So it's a very significant day. Mars, will you be speaking about 10 offenses? You'll be speaking about 10 offenses? Okay. Okay. All right, well, traditionally, of course, this is called, for first initiates, it's called Hari Nam initiation. So even though you've been chanting Hare Krishna on your beads for over a year, then still the authorized connection with the spiritual master gives the potency to the holy names, or connects one with that transcendental energy of the Supreme Lord. So Srila Prabhupada wanted that we review the 10 offenses before we begin the initiation ceremony. So chanting Hare Krishna is our primary method of spiritual attainment. And the Hare Krishna mantra, as Lord Caitanya mentions, there are no hard and fast rules. But there are offenses. So we have to review those offenses. The first one being to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy names of the Lord. So we may think, well, I'm not blaspheming anybody. But we should review that offense very carefully. If we see a devotee, if a devotee comes into our presence and we're not joyous and glad to see that person, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. We should always be glad to see a person who's a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very rare. Of the billions and billions of people in the world, there are very few persons who are devoted to the Supreme Lord. So any devotee, we should be very happy to be in their presence and to have their association. So if we're not feeling like that, there's a problem. There's a problem. We may be thinking, we're reciting the offenses every morning, and we're not really thinking we're not thinking carefully how we may be committing those offenses. So the first one is very important, because we've come to this world out of enviousness of Krishna. That's why we've come to this world. And being envious of Krishna means being envious of everyone else in this world who's also trying to be God. So we have to recognize and realize that a fault in our consciousness, and we have to be aware that it's something we need to concentrate on and try to rectify. Second offense, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. So, I'm from America. I didn't know what a demigod was. But here in South Africa and amongst the Indian community, or other countries as well, people know what demigods are, like that. And there's generally in some cultures, there's a desire to approach demigods for material benefits, peacefulness, material advancement, auspiciousness, like that. And one may be thinking that their names and the names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are equally important. That's wrong. That's not true. The name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is called Mukunda, because only He can give liberation from the miseries of this material world. So to consider the demigods to be equally powerful as the Supreme Lord, that's another offense. Third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. We're getting mixed up here. So those instructions are extremely important. Every one of them. We may be thinking, well, I'm following this one. I don't have time. I can't dedicate more time to the other instructions. But as we advance spiritually, we should be able to include every one of our spiritual master's desires. And we have the wonderful example of Srila Prabhupada, who did that, who went to the Western world and preached according to the desire and instruction of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. And then he went back to the Eastern world to save the people there as well. So, more and more. All right. Remind me, number 4, I'm losing. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. So we have a wonderful example here in the presence of Maharaj, who's going through the Srimad Bhagavatam and giving us the nectar of Srila Prabhupada's purports. Srila Prabhupada's purports. So these Vedic literatures, Srimad Bhagavatam particularly, are our guiding light for getting out of this material world. Krishna swadhamma pagate dharma jnana debisa kalo nastadrisham esha purunarko dunodita. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Giraj Govardhan Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. So to blaspheme those literatures, to consider those literatures as unimportant, then very, very offensive. Hare Krishna. I'm getting to consider the names chanting Hare Krishna, the glories of chanting Hare Krishna, to be imagination. So we may not be experiencing the glories of the holy name, but the glories are waiting for our consciousness to become purified. And those glories will be there. And we can experience that in the association of the devotees. A recommendation is, just like this morning, we had around 100 devotees in the temple room for Mangala Arati, and afterwards we had a good 60, 70 devotees chanting japa together, which is wonderful. So a recommendation is, if you hear a devotee who's chanting very nice japa, then go and sit next to that devotee and try to hear their japa as well as one's own japa. Our minds are very fickle. The mind is very restless. And if we reinforce the chanting, our own chanting, by the chanting of someone nice chanting next to us, then we can help conquer over this enviousness of the mind, the contamination of the mind, and we can begin to appreciate the glories of the holy names. Right? To Hare Krishna. Yes, give some interpretation on the holy names of the Lord. So it's very simple. Krishna, O Radha, O Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. That's the meaning of the holy names of Krishna. There's no other meaning. Just like some politicians or other personalities, so-called spiritualists, may give some interpretations on Bhagavad Gita. People may give some interpretation on the holy names of the Lord, but the only translation of the holy names is, O my Lord, O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your devotional service. Hare Krishna. Yes. Commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names. So Srila Prabhupada was very, very pointed on this offense. The offenses will be the previous sins committed by the disciple at the time of initiation. The karma, those reactions are accepted by the spiritual master. One has a clean slate. But after initiation, if one continues with sinful activities, then that is a great offense. It's a great offense, and it's a great stupidity too, because we know that something is wrong. If you don't know something is wrong and you perform some impious activity, then the result is only so much. But if you know this is a sinful activity and then you continue, then the reaction is more. So it's very dangerous and offensive to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names of Krishna, or on the understanding that my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, would talk about the Christians. The Christians that let Jesus Christ suffer for their sins, and they enjoy so-called materialistic life and let Jesus take the karma, Jesus take the reactions. Prabhupada said that wasn't very nice. He said that was for professional sinners. That's the philosophy of professional sinners. So to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting, not very smart and very sinful. To consider the glories the chanting of Hare Krishna be one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. So the result of chanting the holy names of Krishna is Krishna consciousness. The results of chanting, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, is more chanting. The results of chanting is more chanting. It's not like I've chanted my 16 rounds and that's it. We'll take our vows just now. Devotees will they'll promise to chant at least minimum 16 rounds. So we should appreciate the glories of the holy names and chant them very fervently for spiritual benefits. All right, now got one better. To preach the glories of the Lord to the faithless. So faith is the most important activity in the life of a devotee. How much faith a devotee has in the process of devotional service, in the association of devotees, in the power of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the worship of the deity, and in sacred places. We were asked a question yesterday morning after the Bhagavatam class that a person experiences great happiness and joy in the association of devotees and being in the temple, but when they have to return home, then they're covered by so much of the badness of the material world. So we have to create this sacred space, a sacred space within our houses, within our homes, within our hearts. And we have this faithlessness. We have an internal demon, actually. And Lord Caitanya has given us the weapons for defeating that internal atheist in the holy names of Krishna. So if a person is not interested in Krishna consciousness, they're not interested in making spiritual advancement, to try to explain to them the glories of chanting Hare Krishna is offensive. It's a mistake. Prabhupada, he would get people to chant. He wouldn't tell them what the effects were. He let the holy name do the business. And then ultimately, he revealed. So beforehand, if a person doesn't have that faith, then that is also offensive. And to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. So there's only one person in this room that is free from material attachments, and he's sitting right here. The rest of us are full of material attachments. So we have to work on that. We have to work on our material attachments. We have to recognize that we have those things, and we have to try to remove them gradually from our consciousness. We're maybe young persons and we're developing in so many ways, and we're getting used to the world and settling ourselves in this material world with our wives and our husbands and our families and our children and our bills and our mortgages and our car payments and our insurance and all these other things. But ultimately, we have to become attached simply to Krishna. Krishna is telling Arjuna, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and thus you can remain unattached and free from bondage. So we have material attachments. We have to recognize them and try to transfer that attachment to Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Hare Krishna. Maharaj.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presta Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Jatarane Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Vanchakapatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I think we need a little more volume, if possible, please. Yes, well, devotees, how wonderful to be here with you all. Just truly very, very wonderful on this most auspicious occasion, the anniversary of the appearance of Srimati Radharani, who is the mother of devotion. Bhakti Devi is an expansion of Srimati Radharani. Congratulations to all you devotees who are getting initiated. We have here today, well, what about a dozen or so devotees getting first initiation, and I think about the same number or thereabouts getting second initiation. So congratulations to all of you. It's not, well, at least oftentimes, it's not so easy. And knowing so many of you personally, and having known quite a number of you, quite a bit personally, I know you've been through a few things, but you made it here. Congratulations. Well done, and keep going. Initiation, generally the term indicates a beginning. Something like that. Certainly doesn't mean, like we have crossed the finish line and we have made it and that's it. That's the end of it all. So congratulations, and thank you to some of you who have come a long way. I know some have come from Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, Johannesburg. You've made that effort to come all the way. And some of you have come from Phoenix or Unit 11, Chatsworth. So it's great, it's wonderful. And I'm sure Srila Prabhupada is very happy in terms of how many liberated souls there are present here today. There's a lot. I mean, Shishi Radharatnath for starters, but then Srila Prabhupada. So by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, particularly today, but also by the mercy of Lord Krishna, Sri Giri Govardhan, Lord Caitanya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gokishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Prabhupada, we're assembled here. and this group of devotees, as we mentioned, altogether must be around 25 or something like that, who are receiving either first or second initiation. It's great. I'm sure Prabhupada would really be pleased. Is, not would be, but is, because he's here with us. And he's watching. Medhavi Prabhu described the 10 offenses. So important. When you receive first initiation, the main thing, really, the sort of the essence, not the only thing actually, but really the main thing is you're chanting. You're chanting. All of you who are receiving first initiation, you will be asked just in the next whatever, some number of minutes even, just to give you a sort of a heads up. But I assume you know. You're going to be asked, how many rounds must you chant? Be ready. That's the only positive vow that you'll take today. And even like a number of you are receiving second initiation, you're not going to be asked to take any vow. And even, well, we don't have today, but sooner or later we will. Someone will be taking sannyas. Even when devotees take sannyas, they don't actually take vows, like openly, publicly. It's internal. So as far as vows and initiations are concerned, to chant 16 rounds is the only vow that you're going to make. Like, I mean vow, I mean positive, I will do something. I'll chant 16 rounds. And then, so the thing is that this is really the essence of the first initiation. It's not the only thing, but it's so foundational that we vow in front of everyone who's present. So, if you chant 16 rounds without offenses, you've practically gone back to Godhead, actually. That's the only thing you need to do. Just keep chanting at least 16 rounds and really try, at least really try your best to avoid all the offenses. So much easier said than done, but at the very least we must really try on a daily basis and even moment by moment, every day, to avoid offenses, which particularly means the 10 offenses, plus there's also sort of an 11th offense, which is, it's offensive to chant inattentively, to chant while your mind is wandering, or if we turn it around the other way, let your mind wander here and there around the material world and what you've been through and so on in material life. If we chant like that, it's offensive. So that, to chant 16 rounds, so foundational, and it basically indicates while we're chanting, making every effort to avoid the offenses which Medhavi Prabhu explained. Then, of course, there are negative vows. I will not do certain things. No illicit sex life, no intoxication, no meat, fish, eggs, onions, garlic, if you really get into it. And no gambling. Yeah. So these things, that's, if you were not aware, I am sure you were, you're going to have to tell us those things too. Usually, I mean, it's not unusual at least that someone forgets one of the four. So that's first initiation. And we're receiving the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's a bit kind of esoteric, because in order to get first initiation, you have to chant 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna mantra already for generally at least a year or a couple of years or something like that. Otherwise, you're not going to get first initiation. But now we hear you're receiving the Hare Krishna mantra. What does it mean? Anyway, it is a bit subtle, a bit esoteric. But the bottom line is that receiving the sanctified chanting beads and, which have been chanted on by the spiritual master, then there's some extra potency there. And some of you, if you do it nicely, you'll feel that. Like later today, if you're continuing to chant your rounds during the course of the day, or at least tomorrow, you may feel that, there's sort of a new dimension to my chanting opening up. Many devotees have told me that after they got initiated after a while. That, wow, my chanting, it's become a different type of experience. So, these things are there for first initiation. Then second initiation, we have a dozen or thereabouts, 10 or 12, something like that, devotees receiving second initiation, or maybe more, maybe it's even 13 or 14. So, we call it second initiation. It is Brahminical initiation. You will be walking out of here in a little while, Brahmins who, according to any Vedic standards, actually are permitted to perform Vedic sacrifices, yajnas, rituals, ceremonial performances like the one we're going to have just shortly. When you have second initiation, when you have Brahminical initiation, when you are a Brahmin. So we means the senior devotees here, means Swarup Damodar Prabhu particularly, and Ram Vijay Prabhu, senior devotees, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, very senior, knowledgeable devotee. They keep their eyes on you. I don't know if you feel that you are being watched. You have been watched, and you will continue to be watched, even after you get second initiation, but particularly between first and second. Then definitely attention is paid to by the senior devotees, like I mentioned, and others, that how are you really doing? Are you really progressing? Or are you one of those devotees who, and they do exist unfortunately, once you get first initiation, you think that's it. Time to take rest. Now you can park off. Park off in Krishna consciousness, because you've made it. You've reached the goal. When you get first initiation, but not even when you get second. So yeah, but particularly attention is paid like that, between first and second, to see who is really, you could say, I mean, in a nice sense, taking advantage of their first initiation and really applying themselves in terms of the first initiation and moving forward on that foundation of the first initiation, progressing. And so the senior devotees watch, and they want to see that the devotees who have first initiation already, that they're developing Brahminical qualities. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 18:42, he lists out the sort of fundamental, foundational, basic qualifications which should be visible in the character of a Brahmin. In our context, someone who's received second initiation, Brahminical initiation, samodamastapaksocam shantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, honesty, wisdom. You can help me with that. I was helping you with the 10 offenses. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance. No, peacefulness, self-control, austerity.
Honesty.
Huh?
Honesty.
Let me ask my omniscient computer. Samadamastavaksocham shantir arjavam evacha jnana vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmins work. So all of you who are getting second initiation, you must know what you're meant to be. Yeah. So really, to get second initiation, Brahminical initiation, you should develop these qualities, should have developed these qualities. So the devotees who are watching you, big brother, they like that. They should be able to see that actually, oh, look at this. This devotee is peaceful, even in the face of, some sort of challenges, even some aggression, but this devotee is peaceful. And like that, all those qualities should be there. It's not just a formality. When I was a new devotee, going from first initiation to second, it was almost like a formality. How long was it since you got first initiation? 6 months. Okay, there's your recommendation for second. But no. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and forgetfulness, religiousness. Yeah, these are the qualities by which the Brahmins work. So congratulations to those of you who are getting second initiation, because, some devotees want it, and they get, at least for the time being, they get refused. They get refused because it's felt. I mean, not just felt, but it has been observed that they don't really have these qualities sufficiently. Yes, so when you get second initiation, then there are two particular, you could say, facilities that one gets. First is to chant the Gayatri mantras, 7 Gayatri mantras, which are very beautiful. And if you chant them nicely, then they have a really deep impact on the heart, on the mind. And they really help you with the chanting of Hare Krishna. They're not superior to chanting Hare Krishna. They're lesser, actually, but they help in the chanting of Hare Krishna. So it's a special blessing to get those. It really is. And then, second thing is, one gets, it's like permanent permission to worship installed deities. Installed deities means like on our altar here, Shishi Radha Radhanath, Giri Govardhan, Lord Caitanya, or Jagannath Baladev, Subhadra Devi, Shishi Nitai Gaura Sundar in Phoenix, and Shishi Nitai Gaura Hari, Dal Nitai Gaura Hari, these deities in our temples. I know many of you, in fact I would say it's quite likely the majority of you have deities at home. And even if you're not second initiated, I know, even sometimes it happens devotees are not initiated at all. Somehow or other deities end up in their houses. But that, of course it's real. It's not like it's just playing around. But it's not on the level of worshipping Shishi Radha Radhanath. It's just not on the same level at all. I mean, it's just not on the same level. In fact, it's more like you're practicing and learning for when you really get the opportunity to do deity worship on a more serious level. So it's a real asset to get second initiation. It's a great good fortune, and it's something which, if utilized nicely, if one applies oneself to it nicely, it really helps. It just really helps to progress in your Krishna consciousness and sort of get more from your Krishna consciousness, even get more internally. Yes. So, devotees, again, congratulations. And, in some yatras, the temple authorities, if someone gets second initiation, I'll tell you an actual fact, that in some, I don't know of so many, but I know of a couple temples in other parts of the world, if they're going to give a devotee recommendation for second initiation, which gives the facility of worshipping installed deities like the main temple deities, they make the devotees sign a contract, shall we say a document, but in some cases an actual contract, that I will take part in the deity worship program in this temple as requested. And I know in one temple, the devotees had to pay if they failed to do that. Like for a couple of years at least they have to vow, but they would have to pay a fine. No kidding. If somehow they dropped out of the deity worship program. Yeah, so anyway, if you're getting second initiation, please know that, well, first of all, know Swarup Damodar Prabhu is a real gentleman. He will not make you sign a contract. Well, I don't know, but maybe I've given him an idea. But, you know, unless you really have a different nature, but for most devotees getting second initiation, it is very good for you to take part in the deity worship program of, like, you know, serious deity worship. It's very good for you. And I always feel happy personally when I see my second initiated disciples seriously taking part in the deity worship. So all of you other devotees assembled here, thank you to all of you also for coming. And please give your blessings. Give your blessings to all these devotees who are getting initiated. I mean, maybe you're not initiated and you might think, well, how can I give my blessings to someone for something I don't have? But no, you're all devotees. So please give your blessings to these devotees who are being initiated today, because it's a responsibility. There's the side of you're getting a gift, and it's so nice to get a gift, but in this case it's a gift which involves responsibility. You must maintain the relevant standards, and sometimes it can be a little challenging. So, okay, devotees, please give your blessings to everyone who's getting initiated. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, so now we'll call the devotees for first initiation to take their vows and get their spiritual names and their sanctified chanting beads. First of all, Medhavi Prabhu will do so.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Medhavi Prabhu and Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj. So, we will have Medhavi Prabhu offering initiation first. So the procedure will be, devotees, you can first go to Srila Prabhupada, offer your garlands if you have one for him, offer your obeisances, then come to your spiritual master, offer obeisances, and chant your spiritual master's pranam mantra, and thereafter they will proceed with the questions that you have to answer. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. This is Bhakti Dia from Cape Town, originally from Mauritius. She's a educator, in architecture. Sorry? Engineering at the CPU in Cape Town. And she was raised in a very devout Hindu family. And as some of you may have encountered, making a transition from being a Hindu to a Hare Krishna is a little bit of a difference. So she's very successfully made that transition. And she's a very wonderful devotee. And we feel very privileged to connect her to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. So, Bhakti Dia, what are the 4 rules and regulations that you promise to follow for the rest of your life?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
Okay. And how many rounds will you chant per day?
I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds per day.
Okay, Hare Krishna. And I know His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami would add to his rules and regulations, never leave ISKCON. There may be so many trials and tribulations. We've probably gone through a few already before initiation, and we may think that, boy, this is too much. But Bhakti Charu Maharaj had his disciples to promise to never leave ISKCON. So we will ask you to accept that vow as well.
Accept that vow.
So Bhakti India, from now on, your name is Lakshmi Priya Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Priya is one of the names, one of Lord Chaitanya's wives, Vishnu Priya and Lakshmi Priya. Hare Krishna.
This is Shailin and Namishka from Durban, basically, but all over. So, yes. So, tell us, first of all, Shailin, tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
Gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating fish or eggs, and no illicit sex.
Well done, thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
16.
16. Very good. Namaskar. Oi.
Sorry. No meat eating, including fish and eggs, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication. Sorry.
Right. Thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
Vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds a day.
Great, thank you. More is permissible. So who's this now? Well, where's Shailin? Well, yeah, where's Shailin? Give me Shailin. Okay, so, what name? It's such an interesting question. So anyway, I'm going to give you a name which Well, it basically means the pure chanting of the holy names. From today on, your name will be Shuddhanam Das. Just don't go away. Yeah, okay, and look, see? There you get, so you don't forget. And I'm going to give you a related name, because you're a team. You're a good team, actually. I'm going to give you a name which means one who, well, it's actually a name of Srimati Radharani, seeing it's Radhashtami. It means Srimati Radharani, who is addicted to chanting the holy names. So, from today on, your name will be Nama Parayani Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Shuddhanam Das Prabhu Ke. Nama Parayani Devi Dasi Ke. Hare Krishna. Oh, look, and that's for you. Yeah. So, who's next? Oh, yes. It's Mandla Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mandla is from Joburg area. And Mandla is a yoga teacher. So Hare Krishna, Mandla. Well done. So tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
Yes, Maharaj. No meat eating, including eggs, fish, garlic, and onions. No intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Good, well done. And minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
16 rounds, Maharaj.
Great, thank you. Very good. So I'm going to give you a name. It's a name actually of one of the great, great devotees in our line. This devotee is so great. He was the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master. From today on, your name will be Madhavendra Puri Das. Madhavendra Puri Das Prabhu Ke. So next is Mataji Yavani, am I right? Oh no, George, sorry. Excuse me. George. Yes. Haribol George. By a donkey. I've known George a few years now. 3 or 4 years or something.
4 years, yeah.
4 years, right. And with respect, I can say George is the first real, like genuine, Ekta Afrikaner that we have had be initiated. We've had others, but they weren't like, died in the war. Anyway, I shouldn't say that, should I? Like Mother Kunti, she's from an real Afrikaans background, but anyway. So well done, George. Congratulations. So tell us, nou, ek kan 'n klein bietjie Afrikaans praat, maar, how to say, my Afrikaans nie baie goed. So in English, if you don't mind, what are the 4, or in Afrikaans, I'm sure I'll understand. What are the 4 regulative principles you are vowing today to follow?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling.
Great, thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
minimum rounds of 16 rounds.
Right, great. Thank you. Okay, so, we're going to give you one of these names. Well, a name which has Jai in it. Like Jai Sachinandan. He may be around here somewhere. Is a kind of like a bliss. I mean, all the names are blissful, but there's a special sort of, uplifting thing when the name has Jai first. All right? So from today on, your name will be Jai Gauranga Das. Jai Gauranga Das Prabhu K. And Mataji Yavani, isn't it? Yavani, Hare Krishna, who just so happens to be the mother of Nama Parayani Devi Dasi, who was just here a few minutes ago, who was Namishka. Yes, so Yavani, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
Well done. Good on you.
Thank you.
So tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No meat eating, including fish, eggs, onion, and garlic. No illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling.
Very good. And minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds a day, Maharaj.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I'm going to give you a name. It's a name of Srimati Radharani. Of Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda. And it indicates that you are a servant of her lotus feet. From today on, your name will be Yasomati Charan Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Yasomati means Mother Yashoda. So who's next? Oh, Suvashni. Hare Krishna, Suvashni. Thank you. Suvashni is the good wife of His Grace Sadhu Das from Johannesburg area. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Tell us, please, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
Dear Guru Maharaj, no meat eating, that includes eggs, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Well done. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
A minimum rounds of 16 of the Hare Krishna mantra on a daily
Great.
basis.
Wonderful. So her husband, who's right here, Sadhu Das, nice devotee. I mean, he's also Ecta Africana, but he's, much more bi. Yeah. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So, yes, Sadhu Das. So I thought, seeing their nice Vaishnav couple, to give Suvashni a name which, is connected, sort of teamwork, like with Shuddhanam and Nama Parayani a few minutes ago. So, Suvashni, from today on, your name will be Sadhu Sevaki Devi Dasi. which basically means a female sevaki, a female servant of the sadhus. Hare Krishna. Sadhu sevaki Devi Dasi ki jai. So next is Nirusha. Hare Krishna, Nirusha. From Port Elizabeth. Hare Krishna. Congratulations. Are your daughter? Oh yeah, your daughters are here. Okay, that's good. Yes, right. So, Nirusha, please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No intoxication, no meat eating, including garlic and onion, no gambling.
Okay. Did you hear that? Anyway, I heard it, so that's... She got it right. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
16.
Okay, very good. Right. So we will give you a name of Srimati Radharani. It means that she is both completely pure and completely beautiful. Yes. So from today on, your name will be Nirmala Sundari Devi Dasi. Nirmala Sundari Devi Dasi. Okay. Nirmala means completely pure. Sundari means beautiful. Okay, so next. Shabina. Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Wow. Huh? Nahi. Abhinay. Padme. Hare Krishna. Well, I'm very happy.
I'm also very happy today, Maharaj.
We've known each other a long time. How long?
Over 30 years.
Oh, sure. Okay. Took you a long time. Okay, yeah, by the mouth. We eat microphones. Please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs, and items like onions, garlic, and mushrooms. No intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Well done. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant?
Minimum of 16 rounds per day.
Very good. Thank you. So we're going to give you a name. It's another name which indicates being a servant of the lotus feet of a certain great saintly lady, extremely saintly lady. From today on, your name will be Sachi Charan Devi Dasi. Sachi is Mother Sachi, the mother of Lord Caitanya. Sachi Charan Devi Dasi Ki. So who's next? Mala. Mala from NJP. Hare Krishna. Very good. Right, so Mala, you please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no meat eating including honey and garlic and fish, no gambling, no illicit sex, no alcohol.
You got them all, yeah? No intoxication, yeah. You're
intoxication.
pretty quick. And how many rounds every day?
16 rounds every day.
Okay, thank you. Well done. So we are going to give you a name. Actually, it's... Okay, we're going to give you a name, indicating that you are a servant of... of Mother Sachi, actually, who's the mother of Lord Caitanya, but of a devotee who was very dear to Mother Sachi. In fact, the wife of Srivas, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas, Adhigora Bhaktivinoda. His wife was Malini. So from today on, your name will be Malini Priya Devi Dasi. Malini Priya Devi Dasi K. Hare Krishna. And now, Vijana, is that the correct pronunciation? Vijana. Hare Krishna. Is she your mother? Grandmother? Really? She doesn't look old enough. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Raj.
So, Vijana, please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No animal products, no onion, no garlic.
Wow, that's great. And 16 rounds? And what about gambling?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And intoxication? None of that, right? Never.
No.
Never. No illicit sex life. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so you can give him the mic. So we are going to give you a name. I think it's very appropriate. It is the Sanskrit term for the Shakti, the power or the potency of knowledge of Lord Krishna. From today on, your name will be Vidya Shakti Devi Dasi. Just a sec. There you go. Vidya Shakti Devi Dasi Ki Jai. Okay, who's now? Sabita. Hare Krishna, Sabita. Hare Krishna. Just kneel down and take the mic.
Put your head on the floor.
Okay, now tell us loud and clear, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. The 4 regulative principles, the first one is tapya, which means no meat eating, which is fish and eggs, no onions and no garlic.
Very good.
Second one is no intoxication, which is tapa. And the third one is no illicit sex, sakam. And the fourth one is no gambling, which is sacham.
Very good.
Hare Krishna.
That's wonderful. Thank you. That was good. I like that. And how many rounds?
16 rounds of chanting, which is the minimum.
Absolute
every
minimum.
daily.
Right.
Start at 4 p.m.
Satyam. Satyam.
Satyam.
Okay. So your name, from today on, your name will be Well, it's a name of Radharani, which means she is the presiding deity of all Shaktis or all potencies. Radharani. From today on, your name will be Shakti Mati Devi Dasi. Krishna. And there it is. The name. Shakti Mati Devi Dasi King. And last but not least, by any means, from Peter Maritzburg, Radhamani Devi Dasi. Radhamani. Bhakti. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, tell us loud and clear, please, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No eating meat, that includes fish and eggs, and also no onions and garlic.
Right.
No illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
Very good, thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant every day?
The minimum of 16 rounds.
Oh, wonderful. So, right, we're going to give you a name. It's a name of Lalita Devi or any of the other close gopi associates of Radharani. Yeah, those who are dear. It basically means one who is dear to Radharani. From today on, your name will be Radha Vallabhi Devi Dasi. Haribol. Radha Vallabhi Devi Dasi Ki. Hare Krishna. So again, congratulations to all the initiates. We'll hand over now to His Grace Swarup Damodar Prabhu for the fire sacrifice. So I think you, gentlemen, you can just turn around.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, congratulations on receiving your initiations. Such wonderful names were offered by Medhavi Prabhu and Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj. And we really look forward to witnessing how nicely you all, by the grace of Prabhupada, will please Srimati Radharani and their dear representative, your spiritual masters, in taking the mission of Srila Prabhupada greater and greater, first in your lives and of course in the world. Hare Krishna. So if any of you may have touched your feet or face, or you may just quickly purify your hands. I'll chant a few introductory prayers, some mantras, and at a certain point we'll start chanting the Mangala Charana and Guru Parampara mantras, after each mantra we'll chant Swaha 3 times. After each swaha, you will throw very little grain into the fire. You'll hold the grain with these 2 middle fingers, your ring finger and the middle finger of your right hand, like that. And you can throw like that. Try to avoid throwing on the devotee in front of you, and try to avoid throwing on me as well. Okay. Oh, okay. For those seated on the chairs at the back, you can throw your grains into the bowls that are now being handed to you. Make sure you are throwing from your unoffered plate into the offered bowl. Don't mix it up. Okay? And then after every so many mantras, somebody will collect those bowls and put it into the fire. Sanat Kumaro Batukama Deva Dayarshi Shamam Pati Deva Helanat Devarshi Varya Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayata Sheshat. Om Prajapati Vishnu Rishi Brihati Chandaha Shri Vishnu Devati Agnishtapane Om Bhur Bhuvaswa Om. Om Vaishnavanam Agne Iha Gache Agne Tvam Vaishnavanamasi Abhayami Stapayami Prabhu Kripaya Swagatam Kuru. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Diviva Chakshuratatam Tat Viprasho Vipanyavo Jagrivam Sasamindate Vishnu Ryat Paramam Padam. So I'll just chant 4 mantras. I'll be pouring ghee into the fire, but you don't throw just now, right? Om Bhuswaha Idam Vishnave Dannamama Om Bhuvaswaha Idam Narayanaya Dannamama Om Swaswaha Idam Narayanaya Dannamama Om Bhuvaswaswaha Idam Anantaya Dannamama. Right now we'll start throwing grains. So the Mangalacharna prayers, we'll chant each word together. We'll chant it responsively. So I'll say Om, and everyone will say Om after that. Like that. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Are you all managing? Do you all need to get closer? Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Medhavi Dasa Iti Namine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Caitanya Swami Iti Namine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswate Iti Namine Swaha 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 Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Swaha 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 Madhuryujvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Swaha 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 Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Swaha 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 Namo Gaurakishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambha Rasambhode Padambhujaya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Bharayate Swaha 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 Gaura Virbhava Bhumeshtam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannataya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Caitanya Namne Gaura Tishe Namaha Swaha 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 Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha Swaha Swaha. Can someone collect the grains from those devotees and pour it into the fire? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please return those bowls, Ravindra Sarup Prabhu. Return those bowls. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, Jagatpate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute, Swaha, 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 Jayatam, Surato, Pango, Mamamanda, Matergati, Matsarvasva, Padambhojo, Radha, Madana Mohano Swaha 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 Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha Srimat Radnagara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestalibhi Sevyamano Smarami Swaha 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 Shriman Rasa Rasarambhi Vamshivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venur Svanayar Gopi Gopinata Shriyestunaha Swaha 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 Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha 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 Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha Swaha Swaha. All right, everyone in the temple may now please stand for the final offering, Purnahurti. Grains we all have. Oh, there's two. Can you make something with two plates for the two more? Take that one. And are you holding your hold your tray up with you? There's the other one. You can ask the Mama just to do it. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. So the remaining grains you may throw into the fire from your plate and then carefully place the banana into the fire also. Don't throw the banana, try to place it in without getting And Kirtan. So to start, we'll have the initiates and the Maharajas first circumambulate the fire, followed by everyone else thereafter. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Giriraj Govardhan Lal ki, Shri Radhashtami Mahotsava ki, Shri Radhashtami Mahotsava ki, Shri Radhashtami Mahotsava ki, Srimati Radharani ki, Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. Hare Rama. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. Hare Radhaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hare Radhaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ramji Madhusunana. Gopal Govinda Ramji Madhusunana. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. Shri Caitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita. Shri Caitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan. 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya da 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 re. Jai Gora Hari Gora Hari Gora Hari Jaya Gora Hari. Jaya Giri Goveda Giri Goveda Giri Goveda Jaya Giri Goveda. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Go Premanande!